Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And today, we're gonna talk about episode 5.
AKA the most beautiful episode.
Before we jump to the fantastic ending, let's go from the beginning and break everything down because there's a lot to talk about this week. This week,
oh my gosh, it was lit, guys.
Insane.
This was such a great episode.
This episode, we finally get to check in with Styles and see what the hell's going on with him and where he is.
It's really creepy where he is. He's basically just in this like dark, abandoned train station, and all the people around him just kind of look like zombies. All just think they're waiting for the train. He sees sitting next to him the Asian doctor that Lydia had originally seen sitting next to her in class.
Oh, he looks so sad.
Oh my god, he's just
He looks so sad. Why is he sitting there like that?
He still has his
keys. Oh, wait, they're not gonna be able to drive it around or anything. I have a theory that the reason why Styles is not like zombified like everybody else is because of his connection to Lydia.
Which makes sense because he's seeing all the people that Lydia had saw. Literally, in this episode, he saw all 3 people that Lydia had seen in the hallway at Styles' house.
Yes. The only reason that could actually make sense is that he's connected to Lydia in this way that because she's still in Beacon Hills and she's still all there, he's all there too, but he's just not in Beacon Hills.
True love. For real though, that's true love. You can't get any closer than that, guys. Ghost Riders are pretty brutal. They, throughout this episode, they're bringing in, like, you know, new people. And when they come, they literally just raise hell and everybody's hiding from them.
Yeah, they shoot the guns up in the air and everybody kind of goes crazy.
And Styles runs into Peter, who had gotten taken, I think, a few months before, right?
Yeah. What are they doing?
Are they killing people? Don't touch Styles.
It's Peter.
Peter!
Out of all the people to run into.
And then we get his little backstory about how he was in Eichen House and then he had escaped.
When Lydia escaped, when we got Lydia out with the alarms and everything going. He was
just his lines.
His lines
he was
are
funny.
So good, though.
Yeah, he was really funny throughout this episode. Styles and Peter take a little trip through the dark and scary tunnel.
With our new friend that we just found, who also still was pretty lucid and remembered everything.
Peter?
Peter's like, you can do that. I'm not doing that.
You can jump and let us know how it goes. Oh man.
You died.
God, Styles didn't do that.
Obviously we knew he was gonna go, obviously, because, you know, if any of the 3 of them is gonna go, it's obviously gonna be the new kid on the block who we don't know yet.
It's our new kid. So the new kid's like, I'm gonna just jump on the back of the Ghost Rider and get out of here. And Peter's kind of like, yeah, you can do that, go ahead.
But we're not doing that.
We're just gonna sit here and watch.
But the thing is, that's a pretty sane idea. Like, when you're watching it, it's kind of like, why don't we just follow when the Ghost Riders go out? Like, it's a plan that he had created that anybody could have created, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's stuck there for
It's the most logical thing. Like, just follow them out.
Yeah.
Little, like, magical portal thing had killed him. He literally, like,
fried. He burned. He
incinerated
barbecued
into, like, nothing.
He had that other big thing going on this episode with the Jeep. Finally! We got the Jeep stuff. Because it's been sitting in the parking lot.
She was in class, and she sees it. And so she runs out there and she's just staring at the Jeep, and then Scott, of course, is like, I'm gonna go see if she's okay. The Jeep!
And to work together. Help his gut instinct.
They're towing the Jeep?
I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
Lydia's like, that's my boyfriend's car? I need to go get it right now. Go, Scott.
You guys.
Scott.
Oh,
Scott!
Lydia! And now it's not.
Well, this is your vehicle.
Does it matter?
Oh my god.
Sounds like a no.
It's mine. My Jeep. Thank you. I'll move it once I get the keys. From my locker. After you leave.
She's paying $150 to save the Jeep. I cannot handle them putting their money together to get the Jeep.
David Styles' Jeep.
Scott Scott and Lydia. Finally, we got a bunch of scenes with Scott and Lydia.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love
their friendship.
It's
The
just
dynamic. It's so good.
So great. Like,
It's so good. I love how close they've gotten and how they're really good friends, and you really see it. Scott didn't need to back Lydia up because Lydia goes out there and kind of starts freaking out about a random Jeep that's being towed, you know, to them. But to us, it's like, oh my God. And to Lydia, it's like, oh my God.
But Scott
had no idea.
Trusts Lydia. He trusts her. He knows he knows that she feels something towards that, and there's something there.
Yeah.
Poor Scott is like, that was my only $50.
They obviously can't start it because they don't have the keys, and
The keys were such a this episode, the keys.
We see that Styles has the keys still because when he got taken, it was in the car.
But when they went in the car, when Scott and Lydia and Malaya were sitting in the car, Scott said to them, you know, our scent is in the car, and Malaya is like, how is that even possible? We've never been in this car.
Malaya is so freaking negative about all of this. She's so
That's why
bitter.
She's not Styles' soulmate, because Lydia throughout this whole episode was like, no, like, you know, I feel this.
Yeah, everybody kept telling her that she was kind of crazy because she started to feel it, because everybody's like, Lydia, there's nothing really coming out with this. Well, maybe you're getting a little, maybe you need to go talk to somebody. People are really mean towards Lydia. Honestly, from past seasons, we should know now not to doubt Lydia. Lydia is extremely smart. She knows exactly what she's talking about. And stupid Malaya is like, oh, whose side are you on? Like, that was ridiculous. Like, seriously.
Come on. Obviously, he's on Lydia's side.
Then Malaya, like, go away then. You don't need to be here. Like, if you don't believe it, let them figure it out.
Lydia finds the papers in the car. They go to Styles' dad's house. Lydia goes there and she talks to them and tells them about the Jeep, and Claudia, of course, is really suspicious about it. Lydia gets really, really upset that she tells her to go talk to her mom and that she shouldn't, like, you know, keep looking into this. And she gets really emotional, and then she goes to the hallway. And guys, that scene.
I'm sorry, alright?
You okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry, can you just, can I? Of course. Take your time.
Don't cry, Lydia. You'll get him back. The damn wallpaper.
This is heartbreaking, because now she's feeling like everybody's telling her that she's crazy.
That was the most heartbreaking thing. Oh my
so
gosh.
Sad.
That scene. We finally got the scene of them back to back at the wall. And it was just so, that was just so beautifully done of them just, like him looking upset because he's, you know, he was losing hope. He was trying to get out and it was all these dead ends and he couldn't figure it out. And then you have Lydia who just feels so hopeless because nobody's backing her up.
So they both feel hope. It's like the way that she was,
it's just so beautiful.
Oh, the way that she started crying though, he felt the same way that she did. They both want to get to each other. You know, Styles wants to be with his friends. He wants to be with Lydia and be with her for real. Goes and touches the wallpaper again, because then she's starting to think like, is there even a point to this? You know, she's looking at the wallpaper.
She feels so alone. Nobody's listening to her.
That scene, and it was a long scene too. It was a lot of them, and the music in the background. They would not have shown that to us if they were not connected. They are connected.
Eventually, Styles figures out that the voice coming through is connected to something. you know, it's coming through somewhere, like a radio of some sort.
He's so
So of course he
smart.
figures it out, and he goes in that room and he's like playing with it and trying to figure out, you know, if he could use it or what it does. And it ends up connecting through the Jeep. And Lydia hears the noise and she's standing in front of the Jeep and she's like, it's coming from the Jeep.
I was like, oh my god, they're gonna talk to each other, they're gonna talk to each other, like at that scene, and it kind of, and they didn't, and it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's too soon.
Oh my god.
There you are.
They're gonna be able to communicate with
Where's it coming
them.
from?
Oh my god.
I'm not ready for that.
Wait a minute. Are Styles and Lydia gonna talk? Are Styles and Scott gonna talk? Here's it.
She hears it! Shut the fuck up! Dude. He's coming from inside the Jeep! Inside the Jeep! The Jeep!
Wait a minute. Are
We're
Styles
gonna
and
be
Lydia...
able to communicate!
Wait a minute. The child I wasn't prepared for this. Try it didn't, because of course the Ghost
Yeah.
Riders came again. We had the whole scene with Peter jumping through, and he told Styles, you know, I'm gonna try to do it. I could actually heal. I'm not human. He's like, oh, it's because of Malaya, right? And he's just like, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
his daughter, yeah.
He wants to get to Malaya, which I think is definitely development on his part, because
Yeah.
he doesn't really have a relationship with her, and that's showing that he really wants to have it.
I hope he's supposed to be in it for a lot of the season, because I would really like to see that relationship develop more, because
that's gonna be interesting.
yeah, I really hope that they could kind of move past their past, and
That's gonna be hard though. They
move
have a
past
difficult
it all.
past.
Peter has his faults, but I think he's a love to hate. He's
still
a
like-
love to hate
he's still
character.
pretty funny, Peter.
It was fun having him back, and you know, it was fun for us to see Styles with somebody because he was alone. You know.
So we have Peter jumping through, and he makes it, and the freaking Ghost Rider like try to choke Styles.
Yeah.
That pissed us off
Oh
so
my
much.
god. Oh
Come
man.
on.
Oh shit.
Excuse you?
Why did they just do
They
that?
just grabbed him by the neck.
Why did they do that?
That was so rude.
Unnecessary. The ending. The best part. Okay, so Peter goes through and he's all burnt. Loved how Scott kind of was like, you know, he made me a wolf. How could I forget him?
I got all those memories of Peter
Yeah, that
back
was
because
good.
Malia remembered him like that.
And I loved how the two of them were holding his hands, healing him, because, you know, it's his daughter.
They were taking away
It's his daughter,
pain.
and then it's also the person that
turned him.
who turned Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was good. He's getting all of his memories of Peter.
He's remembering him.
He's taking the keys! And that leads us to him bringing the keys.
We knew
He
it
brought
as soon
the
as
keys.
we saw the keys at his feet before he
Like,
jumped.
just take 'em,
we were
Peter,
he's
take
gonna
'em.
take them. He's gonna take them. He's gonna take them. And he's gonna give it to them.
Lydia gets the keys and she's starting the car and the car won't start for her.
And Lydia's sitting where Styles was sitting when he was taken.
And finally, she gets the car started. Flash to see Styles trying to work the radio signal again.
Uh-huh.
And it somehow goes into his car.
As soon as like the car like started, and Lydia just smiles so big, and Scott like gets so both get so excited that they got this car started. And Styles comes on, and you hear his voice. We hear something. They hear his voice.
I couldn't even.
Help! Oh! And we have Lydia and Scott.
Oh my god.
Thank you! Thank you!
Oh my god, we're gonna fucking talk to him! Oh my god! Please don't do it.
And people just bringing clouds of smoke. If you ever have nice dreams, all you need to put a cane in.
What do our styles send us to?
Cane into ghost town.
That's where the train station is.
What is it with her?
Oh shit! Oh my god! What just happened? Oh my god! I was never gonna anticipate that. I never thought that was gonna happen. How did I get so lucky? I'm so shocked.
My heart is like pounding right now.
Guys, in that moment,
Oh my god.
in that moment, Styles is not concerned about getting out or them finding him. He's concerned if Lydia remembers that he told her that he loved her. That's what he's concerned about, guys.
He wants her to know it so bad. He just wants her to remember.
wants
He
her
doesn't
to-
even care that she's in like.
He just wanted to make sure that she knew that.
Oh,
And she says it. She goes, "You said, remember, I love you." And Scott isn't even. Scott's just like, that's normal. Like, that's just kind of like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
like,
like-
on my ship, like, oh, TP, oh, that's cute.
Scott had tears in his eyes when they were talking to him, and Lydia, the tears were coming down
They
her
were
face.
both clutching onto the speaker, trying to talk to him.
Man.
And then Styles tells them the name of the town that they need to go to
the
next.
ghost town that they're gonna be in, that he's in.
Oh,
the
we're
train
getting
station.
closer. We're getting closer
We're getting
every
closer to the-
episode. Are we going to be talking to Styles now more often? Are they going to be able to communicate? Are we going to be able to talk next
I
episode?
think
The
so.
episode after that?
I
This
think-
changes everything.
I think what's gonna happen is that when the Ghost Riders leave to go get other people,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
try and talk.
That's when he's gonna try to talk to them. Picture this. Picture Lydia and Scott having a sleepover in Styles' Jeep because they need to take turns sleeping, and one of them has to be awake in case he calls. Just love how that scene was the two of them at the end, and they just got to
and the
talk
music in the
together.
background.
Yeah, because the music being more dramatic.
Now they know, they have confirmation that Styles is real. Like, you know, Lydia's like, see that, guys? I was right all along.
Now, does Lydia have all of her memories of Styles?
I don't know. How did she remember that?
That wasn't really made clear
Oh my
to
god,
us.
I was so scared that she
Because
wasn't going to remember that.
she did remember the last thing that he said to her, but does she remember him completely? I
Can't
don't
wait
know.
until it flashes, because you know it's gonna flash, because it flashed for Scott and Peter. You
But
know it's gonna
but
flash.
Is it, or is she now gonna remember him completely?
No, I think when they see each other, all the memories.
because I
are
don't
gonna,
think
like,
Scott really remembers him completely.
all the emotions are gonna surface when they see each other.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be.
And I
that's gonna
think
be really dramatic. That's going to be like the best Stydia scene in history, I think.
she's obviously waiting to tell him her feelings in person, which we better get. Like,
Yeah, I'm not even worried. I honestly would have been a little, like, I wouldn't have been complaining if she said that she loved him right then and there, but I think that we need to save that for
when they see
the
each
reunion so she could tell him in person. It needs to be special. It needs to be special. Imagine being that much in love, though, that, like, I still can't get over how connected they are.
I love how
Over it.
confident Styles was this episode. He was like, somebody's gonna remember me. He knows that they're gonna remember. He's like, they'll come for me. They're coming for me.
Somebody's gonna remember me.
Oh, I love that line.
Lydia. Someone who can find me. If I come for you.
Styles is kind of like to Peter, nobody's coming for you.
No.
But people love me. They're coming for me. Pretty sure when we were watching it, we missed the scene. We had to go back and watch the scenes for next week because we were just so shocked.
No, I saw it, but I don't know if I was really there.
I wasn't
watching
really
it.
processing it. I was not watching it.
Next episode, we're gonna see another Banshee.
Yeah, they're gonna end up going. It seems
That-
like
to that
they're
ghost
gonna
town.
go to, what was it called? Canyon or something?
Canaan. I don't
I don't know.
remember.
Yeah.
A new town.
They're gonna go to the ghost town where, you know, Styles figured out that's where he is. And they're going to go there, and I guess there's
Styles,
a
he
banshee
always
there.
figures it out.
I guess we're gonna figure out what she's doing there, and she doesn't seem very nice, so I hope we get to see Lydia go up against her
That'd be really
and
cool.
like kind of battle her with her banshee abilities.
That'd be so cool.
awesome.
I think it's episode 8 is when we're getting an actual reunion. I think it's episode 8. They can really only drag this out for another episode or two.
I know, like we accomplish a lot in this episode, guys.
How are we gonna beat the Ghost Riders, guys? They're really powerful, these things. Like, how are we gonna beat them?
Next week they're supposed to be going to this ghost town, but
But we're getting closer.
I don't think we're getting Styles back next week.
But what did you guys think of this episode? Were you freaking out? Like,
Did you die?
did it die? Because we were pretty hysterical. There was so much excitement.
So great.
So much excitement. I'm so excited for the rest of the season. This season is so awesome. I'm still saying Claudia is a part of it, and I think she's gonna be a part of like the bigger picture because now she's around. So
It's
when Styles comes
what's gonna
back,
happen to her? Yeah.
is she gonna disappear? Is she still gonna be there?
Let us know your predictions because we don't know how that's gonna work.
How are they gonna tie that in?
And how is Styles gonna feel when he figures out that his mom's been around when he's gone?
We love talking about Teen Wolf with you guys, so leave us a comment down below so we can gush and die over the Stydia and how amazing this episode was and all of our predictions for next week.
Check out our other Teen Wolf videos. We have an episode for every episode this season.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep doing
check
these.
those out. We're gonna keep doing these every week.
Thank you guys for watching and commenting and liking
and subscribing.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you for watching.
You.
Bye.